Hi guys, how are you? Sorry I couldn't be there today. I'm just going to give you a quick video for directions on what to do in class today and also walk you through the activity that you're going to be working on. So the first order of business today is to complete your Bon test and make sure you get that submitted. You'll have to go to Go Formative. The second activity is to make sure you get the citation worksheet done that we started on Monday. So that can be found in Google Classroom. I believe it's the second activity down, and you'll need the Junior Scholastic magazine to finish that. Most of you are working right around the second topic sentence. So finish up those last two and go ahead and submit that. And if you've done that, then you're here watching this video. And you can see on the screen, I'm going to go ahead and show you the activity that you'll be working on today. So it's this one right here, quoting and citing from a text. And the first step, obviously, is watching the video. So you're a third of the way there. The second step is to play the quick game. And it's a game on placing quotation marks and commas where they belong. There's 10 quick questions, and then at the end, if you submit your answers, you get to see which ones you got right and wrong. So quiz yourself on that and check your score, and you can try it again after if you want to give it a go and see if you can get a better score next time. And then the final activity today is to do a little searching in Dogo News, which is the new website we've been using to find research articles, and see if you can find the different types of text evidence that you're going to complete in the chart here. So it's right here where it says due second. So first, find a Dogo News article that you want to read. And then second, come down into the chart, and I'm going to explain quickly what the different types of text evidence you might find are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the first one is going to be a credible source. So in this type of citation, you're going to see someone's name after it who's an expert witness or a doctor or an expert in their field. So I'll give you a quick example right here. So we're just scrolling through the article. Obviously, if I'm using this one, you're not going to use this for your activity today. So let's see. We're just going to scroll down and look right here. My lab right here, you can see. I'll highlight it with this. Where it says, my lab was starting to accumulate some evidence that bees could do some advanced cognitive skills, such as tool use, playing soccer, manipulating a ball to get a reward, and learning to encode information in human faces, says RMIT University Associate Professor Adrian Dyer. So you can tell there that he would be an expert in his field. And so that would be an example of something you could copy and paste into the credible witness box. Make sure when you put something in there that you put the link to the article you got it from underneath it. Okay, another one would be from another text. Now, we might not be able to find that in here right now, but basically that will be when an author is citing or referring to a text. So a newspaper, New York Times, or I'll even go with a website or blog or something like that for a text. So maybe they cite a newspaper, National Geographic, a different piece of text. And I don't think I saw that in here, but if I see it when we're scrolling on, we'll go back and find it. Okay. The third one is a partial quote, and these are all over this one right here. So you can see lots of examples of when they used a partial quote instead of citing the entire part of the text. So right here, I'll highlight this one. Or it says, it's possible the less than bees, for example. So wherever this author was reading this from, decided they didn't want to use a whole sentence. They just put a partial quote, or sometimes you use the quotes to make a point in what you're saying. So if you can find those, that would be a good example of a partial quote. I did not see any ellipses in this article, but that's essentially the ... So we talked about that on Monday in class, where you don't want to use the entire sentence, so you cut off the end and go ... Or you don't want to use the whole front, so you cut off the front, ... and then you cite that. So bonus points if you can find an ellipses in an article. So when I get back on Friday, if you found that, let me know. And then the last thing is something else. So maybe it's not one of these 4 that I put on the chart. Maybe it's something different you found. It's just quoted differently. So you can put that in here, and then we will discuss that on Friday when I get back. What will we call it? And we'll get a name for it. Okay, so that's your activity today. So finishing the test, making sure a citation activity is done, and this is just something for you to build more knowledge on with quoting and citing from the text. I do not want you to turn it in when you're done. This is going to be more of like notes and practice for you in the future. Okay. All right. So I'm looking forward to hearing some really great notes back from the sub today, because I know I'll get them, and I know that everyone will stay focused and get all of their tasks done for class. I will see you guys tomorrow if I can figure out how to get out of here. Maybe.